let's make some sort of hair. I'll screenshot this, can be found in the description below. Let's go to Shift A, let's put an input of hair info. Shift A again, let's go to shaders and let's put a hair, and let's put in a hair shader. Duplicate the hair shader with Shift D and change that one into transmission, and we'll be using both of them. As usual though, like any other material, let's add in a shader and let's add in a diffuse one, just for good old time's sake. The diffuse shader and also the transmission shader will be the two main ones that contribute to the color of your material. And let's add in a mix shader. Let's pull this one backwards. Let's drag the diffuse shader over here and let's drag the reflection shader over here, and we're going to mixing both of them into one. This value over here and dragging this value over here. Add the transmission alongside the mix values. So Shift A, shaders, add shader, and you'll be adding some transmissioncy or translucency onto the original colors. Plug this one onto here. So let's add in some colors. Go Shift A, let's go to converter and let's add in the color ramp. Nice and simple. Let's drag these values back a bit more. Intercepting the colors. Let's put the color value of the color ramp into the diffuse and also into the transmission shader. If you select this value over here and let's change the black into something more like blue, and you can see the base color of this that we are changing. As you can see, the reflection is maintaining white as we did not input the color ramp values into the reflection. I sort of like the main blue style over here, so this is the color arrangement I'm going into. So you can see right now we're getting a pretty good looking hair right now, but let's add some more complexity to it, and let's go Shift A, color, and mix RGB to have two variants of color. And we're gonna reuse the color ramp over here. Let's use color, hue, and saturation. And by changing the hue values, you're able to change the color quite easily. Play around the color values a bit, play around the hue, saturation, and variables quite a bit until you find a color that you're satisfied in. I found this one okay, so I'm sticking with this. So now we have two different variants of color mixing together within the mix value. So let's plug in this one back, also into transmission as well. For all you that's curious right now, transmission is just basically the amount of light that's passing through the object. As most hair have more of a transmission or transparency near the edges of the hair, let's add that right now. Let's go Shift A, and let's go add a shader over here, a transmission shader right over here, and let's connect that to the shader value. So you can see the entire object now is transparent, but I don't really want that, and I just want the outer edges to be transparent, and that can be controlled by using the converter and then color ramp. Plug the color values into the factor and you see nothing had changed. But if you pull the black values up over here, you can see only the outside values is more transparent. Think of FAC sort of like the masking of Blender. With the hair info installed, to the left side is the inwards of the hair and to the right side is the outwards of the hair. So by pulling the black all the way up to the right, that means only the outwards of the hair is being used as on a shader. So that's materializing the hair within Blender. Here's the node setup here. I thought it's pretty simple. As I said before, I leave a screenshot this in the description below, and I hope you have a good day, everybody. And if I sound weird, I am probably overheated right now. I am sweating over the place. So yeah, so that's pretty gross to talk about, but I'm talking about it either way. So have a good day, everybody, and take care of yourself.